Yeah, unfortunately, he tweaked his side 2 days ago now, and will be ruled out for the 3 games in order to give him time to prepare for both series against Australia. At the moment, we don't anticipate it being anything serious, but we want to give him every chance to be fit for Australian both series T20s and 50 over. So we'll see how he progresses over the next 3 or 4 days and be able to report back then. Yeah, it's extraordinary, really, what he's achieved. It was a privilege to have both shared the field with him in tests and 50 overs, but to actually achieve what he's done in the game is, at stages you try and think about it and look at the names that he passed along the way to 600, and some stages you can't believe what he's achieved, but when you look at him as a bowler and what he does with the ball and the threats that he poses all around the world, there's no surprise that he's done it. So everybody's extremely proud of him. I know his family are in particular, and he's proud himself. But what he's achieved is extraordinary. At the moment, given that we have a lot of flexibility particularly with our all-rounders in Joe Denley, Moeen Ali, and our reserve batters that we have within the squad, at the moment we don't feel a need to pull anybody in for tomorrow, given that we have all bases covered, really. Yeah, I think naturally he is a top order batter, but in a time where we have top order batters in abundance and actually lack middle order players, it's sometimes difficult to get him in the position that is his strength. So we know what he can achieve at the top of the order, along with a number of other guys who bat in the top 5. So hopefully if he gets a chance, he can take it. Yeah, Pakistan are a very dangerous T20 team. I think if anybody watched the PSL this year, I know we had a lot of guys involved in it. The strength and depth of Pakistan cricket is surprising in a way, because I haven't played in it for a couple of years now, and you forget the depth that they have across their domestic cricket. So it's no surprise that they're producing excellent cricketers at the top level. And for us, they're always a difficult side to play against because they have all bases covered. Yeah, he's a fantastic player. I played with him at Karachi Kings a couple of years ago. He's a guy very early in his cricketing career, but has achieved quite a lot doing the simple things extremely well. Yeah, it has. Given that our winter was dominated by T20 cricket and 2 successful tours, both of New Zealand and South Africa, it gives us a chance to re-engage with, I suppose, for this series in particular, opportunities for guys to stake their claim to be in that final 15 for next year. I think given the circumstances surrounding COVID at the moment and the restrictions selection-wise and having a priority on players' well-being, I think this is another opportunity for guys who potentially would sit outside that 15 to try and present their best case moving forward for winter tours and the World Cup next year. I also think that opportunities like this don't come around very often when we have our squad at full strength. It is. I am looking forward to it, and probably more so than ever, just because the Ireland series was so we rarely play 3-match series and then have a considerable break. You normally go back and play for your county, or you're off playing somewhere else. So after that series, I think a lot of guys were left wanting more. But it's a nice position to be in, playing good competitive cricket against 2 extremely strong sides, and then hopefully going off and playing some games in the UAE, which will obviously be challenging as well. And then there's a potential to have a break December, January, February. So although it's going to be hectic for a couple of months, I'm really looking forward to it. I think one of the positives of, and it does relate to cricket, but not on the face of it, is that guys can take their families out to the IPL. So that's a huge positive, given that being in the bubble throughout when we were playing in the summer, more so for the test guys that play white ball as well, it becomes a bigger challenge moving forward. It feels like you're playing away the whole time, and you're detached from what's going on. So that's quite a nice touch.